Welcome to The Gavel, your weekly Denver City Council wrap-up. Here's what happened this week. On Monday, June 17th, City Council read a proclamation recognizing June 19th, 2024 as Juneteenth Freedom Day in Denver.
The City Council of Denver acknowledges and condemns the history of slavery in the United States and recognizes that this legacy continues to impact Black Americans negatively in equal access to housing, equal access to employment, equal access to health care, and equal access to vote.
Juneteenth is not simply a day to celebrate that slaves in Texas finally heard that they were free. It's a day to remember that the right to vote, the right to assemble, and that there are citizens in your country, Black citizens based on the social construct of their skin, that still today are treated differently.
I believe that what's important about Juneteenth is that we now have the opportunity to celebrate Black culture with intentionality. And that does not exclude anyone. I don't think that space for intentionality would exist if it weren't for the efforts of so many people who have been organizing our Juneteenth celebration since, I believe, the late 1950s, but it might have been the 1960s, but also from the work of you folks here at Council who had the courage to actually push forward Juneteenth as a city holiday even before our country did as a federal holiday.
On Tuesday, June 18th, the Finance and Governance Committee presented a bill to authorize the auditor to issue investigatory subpoenas to city contractors for internal audits. Currently, the Denver auditor is the only elected official without subpoena authority. Benefits of this measure include creating a process to obtain needed records without need to file suit. It is a no-cost, more incremental solution to prevent audit delays and would create consistency by holding institutions that use public dollars to the same standards as the private sector. The bill will be sent to the full council. Also on June 18th, the Land Use, Transportation, and Infrastructure Committee presented a bill requesting new park designations for 7 locations throughout Denver, including Axton Ranch, Carla Madison Recreation Center, several locations at Sand Creek, Great Lawn Park, and Lowry Open Space. Designated parkland cannot be sold or disposed of without voter approval. This bill will also be sent to the full council. Also this week, in observance of the Juneteenth holiday, city offices were closed and there were no committee meetings on Wednesday, June 19th. Meetings will resume at their regularly scheduled times next week. You can find links to City Council meetings, schedules, agendas, events, and news at denvergov.org/citycouncil. Denver City Council meets every Monday at 3:30 at the City and County Building Council Chambers, or tune in live on Denver 8 or Zoom. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube for Denver news, events, and information.